Hello, everyone. Hello, my survivors. Welcome to my live. Why are humans like this? That's the question of a lifetime. So today is Sunday evening. It is 5:56 p.m. I am in the Midwest. Today was a hot day. And now I'm on my patio where it's cool and shady, just the way I like it. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the latest interview that they released with Jennifer Soto. She talked with some detectives that I hadn't heard before. So it was posted on Law and Crime Network. When I get a chance, I will post the link in my video description. So courtesy of Law and Crime Network, I think it's called Crime Fix, that segment. So Jennifer Soto just keeps putting her foot in her mouth. Like, Jennifer Soto doesn't say anything to redeem herself. The things she says makes you angry and angrier. Like, I was in the chat. Another channel I like to watch is called Grizzly True Crime, and she went live earlier, talking about the Jennifer Soto interview, the latest one, and people in the chat were feeling just how I felt. Like, people are just angry. Mothers are angry. Parents are angry that a mother could be so neglectful. We are angry that she's not going to get charged with anything. So far, they have continued to say they don't have any plans to charge Jennifer Soto with the crime, and it doesn't make any kind of sense. Like, I'm not understanding how Jennifer is just innocent in all of this. Like, she's definitely guilty in the eyes of the public's opinion, but apparently by law they can't charge her with anything. So in her latest interview, like, you can even tell the detectives are like asking her questions, like they can't believe that she was so oblivious. So I made a couple notes. So Jennifer Soto, again said that she allowed her daughter, her 13-year-old daughter, her daughter, I don't know how, I think between the ages of like 8 and 13, they started to set sleepovers. But Jennifer keeps maintaining that she allowed the sleepovers with her boyfriend because, they begged her for sleepovers. She said that it made her uncomfortable, but that Madeline and Stefan would beg, like, oh, please, can we stay up late to watch a movie? And she said she was uncomfortable with it, but she was tired, so she let it happen. Girl, what? Girl, what? How do you let a 13-year-old convince you to sleep with your boyfriend? What are you talking about? There's plenty of things that our children are going to ask us, and we have to say no as a parent. Like, I keep it real with my kids. Like, I'm sorry, I love you, I know this is something you want to do, but I have to be your parent. I have to look out for your best interests. That's our job as parents. Children don't have the mental capacity to know dangers. Yeah, they can know right from wrong sometimes, but they don't have a good judgment. That's why they have parents to oversee them. They're supposed to have responsible adults. So I don't care if my daughter begged until she, you know, cried. I'm not going to let my child sleep with someone that's not even her dad. Like, really, children should be able to sleep on their own. But he definitely not going to let them sleep with your boyfriend. So yeah, that's her little thing about, oh, they begged me and that's why, even though I was uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable as a mom, why did you allow it? You are not that weak to allow a 13-year-old to convince you and your boyfriend to convince you. If it's wrong, it's wrong. So the crazy thing about it, y'all, ignore the dog if you can, you guys. That's my neighbor's dog. The crazy thing about it is that Jennifer Soto said that her mother taught her to never trust a man. She said, my mother put that in my body, to never trust a man. Yet you trust your boyfriend with your daughter. So what happened to the lesson that your mom told you? Shout out to your mom for telling you that, but I'm really questioning her, even Jennifer Soto's mom, because if I'm a grandmother and I raised you to not trust a man, and I see that you're letting my granddaughter sleep with your boyfriend, I'm seeing the boyfriend is around too much, I'm gonna speak up, and if you need to get the law involved, we all need to be mandated reporters. If you see inappropriate behaviors between an adult and a child, you need to step in. So yeah, Jennifer, if your mother taught you never trust a man, why did you trust Stefan, she keeps saying that, she thought he had good intentions. She never thought that he would do something like that. She thought that he loved her daughter the way that she loved her. How can a man that's not your child's father love your daughter just as much as you love your daughter? Jennifer Soto, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense, Jennifer. And so she admitted that the last night that Madeline Soto was alive, Jennifer Soto admitted that, she basically made her daughter go and sleep in the same bed with Stefan upstairs, while Jennifer decided to sleep in her own bed downstairs because she was so tired and was on these medications, and she didn't want to bother with feeling her daughter, her own flesh and blood Madeline. Jennifer said she didn't want to feel Madeline moving about. She didn't want to feel her just rolling around and kicking her and stuff like that. So she allowed her to sleep in the bed with Stefan. And, they keep making us believe that Madeline didn't want to sleep alone. She couldn't sleep alone. Girl, sometimes tough love needs to come into play. If your child is wanting to do something inappropriate, you have to do what you have to do. You have to either suffer through your daughter sleeping in the bed with you, even though you're tired and you want to sleep, or she needs to sleep alone. Under no circumstances should Jennifer Soto have let her daughter sleep with her boyfriend. And so in the interview, Jennifer admitted that it was a selfish move for her to allow Madeline to go sleep with Stefan because she wanted to sleep. So she knew it was wrong. And so Jennifer also said that her worst fear was that it would be a Woody Allen situation with Madeline and Stefan. Jennifer said that she feared that Stefan would groom Madeline, and then when Madeline turned 18, she would run off with Stefan. Why was your mind even thinking like that? And why would that be your worst fear? So if you had the thought that he could groom her, why were you letting him be around her like that? Jennifer said she told Stefan that was her worst fear. And he was doing exactly what you fear. So why did you allow it, girl? Jennifer says so many incriminating things. I will never understand why the prosecutors are not choosing to arrest her, to charge her with something, because she says things that's basically show that she was neglectful as a parent. I just hope the prosecutors have a change of mind. I really feel that Jennifer Soto needs to face a consequence. What else did I write down? So yeah, Jennifer Soto said that she only started to believe the abuse when the detectives showed her the images. They showed her thousands of images, I guess, or some of the thousands of images that they found on Stefan's phone. Stefan had been sexually abusing Madeline for years, and Jennifer claimed that she didn't know. She was oblivious, and she only believed it when they show her the hardcore evidence. So basically, if they didn't show her the evidence, to this day, she would never have believed that Stefan could have been capable of abusing her daughter, even though she had suspicions, or not suspicion, but she had fears and concerns. Also, y'all, she so-called cried when they showed her the abuse images, and I felt nothing for her. Normally, when a mother is crying for their child, I'm teared up too. I get emotional as well. I'm a very emotional person, and nothing about that so-called cry that Jennifer did made me feel any way. Like I couldn't connect with her because I'm so angry with her as a mother, and I just didn't believe her. And so they show her images of Madeline in the car slumped over, and Jennifer was like, oh, that's Maddie, she's sleeping. The detective was like, basically, why do you believe she's sleeping? Because I didn't have any evidence that she's dead. And they were like, yeah, she was dead. And the detective was like, we showed you images of the sexual abuse and you cried, but then we are showing you images of your daughter being dead in the car and you have no emotional reaction. You're not crying. And she's like, well, I don't know why I'm not having that emotional reaction. It's just that, I didn't have hardcore evidence that she's dead. She looks like she's alive. Jennifer Soto is just a cold mother. A cold mother. It's giving narcissistic. And I know that word is used a lot, but the way this mother behaves, It's not normal. She doesn't have normal behaviors. And I'm not going to give her any grace because she was on medication. I'm not going to give Jennifer Soto any grace because she was having mental health issues. I don't care. Because Madeline has another parent. She had a dad. So if you were so overwhelmed with being a parent, why didn't you send her down to her dad to live in Texas? And yeah, I'm mad at her biological dad too. Madeline Soto's biological dad, as a father, you should have stepped in. How are you okay with living miles and miles away from your daughter and not seeing her for months at a time? And y'all didn't have a really good relationship. So fault goes on the dad too. He should have stepped in. And now he has to live with the guilt of being an absent father. But back to Jennifer, if she was so overwhelmed with Madeline that she needs to hand her over to Stefan, she should have gave her daughter to her father, her biological father. It doesn't make sense. Let me see what else I wrote down. Also, Jennifer Soto didn't search for Madeline when she was missing. And she was basically saying, there's other people already looking for her and I didn't want to get in their way. What are you talking about? I don't care who way I'm going. If my daughter is missing, baby, I'm going to be out there with boots on, with my backpack, everything I need, all the tools, all the resources. How, as you as a mother, can know that your daughter is missing and you talking about something I'm not going to look because they got it covered? It's like Jennifer knew that her daughter was dead. Jennifer is guilty of being a horrible, neglectful mother and gave her daughter to a sexual predator. Let me see what else I wrote down. And they asked Jennifer, the detectives asked Jennifer, why did you feel that Stefan needed an attorney? Why did you suggest that he gets an attorney? And she was saying that she believed Stefan's story. She was giving him the benefit of the doubt. So like, Jennifer is sick in the head, y'all. I really shouldn't even be reading on her story. I shouldn't be watching coverage of the story, but I can't stop. I'm glued to the story because as a mother, I just can't understand how she operated the way she does, and other moms can't understand that. Like when I was in, let me put this paper down, y'all. When I was in Grizzly True Crimes chats, and even on Law and Crime, in their comments, I'm seeing real people, real parents saying that they're so angry with Jennifer. She's guilty. I would never. There's plenty of single moms out there who are saying that I would rather stay single until my child turns 18 or they're out of the house before I date, because you just don't want to risk it. And I feel that. I have made my mistakes in life, but I'm choosing to just be a single mom because I wouldn't know how to live with myself if I put my child in harm's way like that. Like putting a straight sexual predator in the home of where my child is residing. Like when you choose your partners, you have to choose wisely. And yes, we know that everybody out here is not looking to abuse children, but because I don't want to risk the chance, I don't want to take the chance, I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how some of these single parents take the chance of introducing, different men or different partners in their child's life. But I get it. I know people get lonely, they want support, whatever. But the part that I really don't understand is parents that allow their child to be always alone with their partner. So much unsupervised time. And it's just too scary out here. And another thing I want to talk about is that Jennifer Soto said that her own mother taught her to not trust a man. Okay? So Jennifer contradicted herself because she said her mother told her that, but then she still trusts Stefan. My question to Jennifer is, what did you say to Maddie about not trusting men? Because as a parent, you need to be on alert, on guard, not put anything past anybody, not really trust anyone. But you also need to talk to your child. You need to say, hey, baby, this is good touch, this is bad touch. No one should be doing this to you. This is your body part. No one should be going down there. If anybody makes you feel uncomfortable, anyone who's doing inappropriate, you need to let me know. It doesn't appear that Jennifer Soto taught Madeline anything about good touch, bad touch, sexual abuse, predators, red flags. She just gave Madeline to Stefan. She had all this anxiety and worry and suspicion, but she still allowed her daughter around Stefan. And I believe that if Madeline was equipped with the tools to know what a predator is, to know that when Stefan, would touch her in a certain way, that was not good and he shouldn't be doing that to her. And from the images that they found on Stefan Stern's phone, a lot of the stuff that Stefan was doing to Madeline, she appeared to be asleep. So I don't know if Madeline was fully aware of what Stefan was doing to her, but I feel like maybe she woke up at some point and noticed it. And a lot of people believe that the reason why Stefan took Madeline Soto's life is because maybe Madeline finally woke up while he was abusing her, and she was like, I'm going to tell. And he took her life because he didn't want to go to prison, but he's going to go to prison anyway for killing her, for abusing her and killing her. They're charging him right now for sexual abuse and murder, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but he's facing life in prison. And a lot of people like me cannot understand why Jennifer Soto is appearing to be given like some type of leniency, some type of like way out of this, immunity, because they have enough evidence against Stefan that will keep him in prison. All those sexual images that they found on his phone of him abusing a minor child is enough to lock him up forever. So they don't need Jennifer. So why can't we get some charges on Jennifer Soto? I just don't get it. I don't know anyone. I've never seen any chat taken up for Jennifer Soto, because you can only give someone the benefit of the doubt to a certain extent. After a certain point, you got to come to your senses, but like, no, this is not right. This is ridiculous. And like, you can't give Jennifer grace now that she has admitted that she felt that it was wrong. She knew, it was selfish of her to allow her daughter around her boyfriend like that, and her mother told her that she shouldn't trust a man. With her admitting that kind of stuff, I feel like that's enough to put her in prison, because you knew. It's not so she can't say, I have a mental disorder and I can't comprehend information and I don't know right from wrong. You knew right from wrong, but you failed to act. Madeline Soto was, what I'm saying, like, she was under your supervision. What you said goes. So you allowed your daughter to be abused by your boyfriend. So you allowed it. You admitted that you knew right from wrong. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was inappropriate, but you allowed it. And so it's like, why is she not being charged? She doesn't have a mental disorder that prevents her from understanding right and wrong. That's why I feel like she needs to be locked up, man. She understood. She knew. And that's why people can't stand Jennifer Soto, because she just acts so dumb and oblivious. And then she really does not seem emotional or concerned about her daughter. Like, I've never seen a mom lose a child and behave the way Jennifer Soto behaves. It's really strange. And I'm not going to allow her to use, she's on medication or anxiety, whatever, because the most emotional and anxiety-ridden person is going to cry when they know their child is being abused or their child is dead. I never really, I mean, maybe she's breaking down behind the scenes. I don't know. But from what the images and from the footage they've shown of Jennifer, she's just not a normal mom. She's not a normal person. And she infuriates me. Like, I get so angry listening to her talk. And it's crazy how Stefan Stearns is allowed to go to court and not have to show his face. He just uses attorney. I feel like they should make him show up in court. You know what I'm saying? He's allowed to just like avoid criticism, avoid the public eye like it's nothing. And they show a recent image of him, y'all. Check out Law and Crime's latest video of Stefan Stearns. They showed a picture of Stefan, and he looks skinny and like weird. Like, his eyes look even more far apart, and he just looks like an alien. I'm not sure if he's not eating healthy or whatever. I really don't care about his health, but I don't want him to die in prison now before he is, before the trial, before he's sentenced. Stefan Stearns needs to face the music. He needs to face what he did. He needs to see those images and face the questions. I wish they could put him on the stand, but I know how it is. They're not going to put that man on the stand. And I'm surprised that he hasn't already like just pled guilty just to like not have to deal with anything, because how can you get yourself out of this? And by the way, that Stephen Stern's parents like put out some emails to Stephen, they're making it seem like Stephen Stern's parents are making it seem like they feel like Jennifer Soto is wrong too, or she had something to do with the abuse too. Like, oh, she's not innocent in this. You're taking the fall for her. Like, I want to know what that means. Like, I feel like the detectives need to interview Stephen Stern's parents again to ask them, what did you mean by saying that, you know, Jennifer had a hand in all of this? It's like, it's giving they didn't really like Jennifer, and they really feel like she's wrong. But like, if my son was accused of sexually abusing somebody for years and a child, like, I'm not gonna be taking up for him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, she should go down too. No, you need to go down. What happens to her, I don't care. But you need to go down. Focus on you. You did the crime. You need to do the time. Stop trying to get out of it. So Stephen Stearns was just like raised by parents that coddle him, it seems like, because Stephen Stearns seems like a crybaby that has yet to admit faults. He has lied. He has lied so much. But yeah, you guys, let's check out the latest Law and Crime. Let me see what it's called. Oh my God, drop my paper. Here it is. Yeah, check out the latest Law and Crime Network video. It came out today. Like I said, I will put the video in my video description so you guys can see what I'm talking about, what I'm reacting to. Like, it just makes you mad. If you're a parent, if you're a mom, and you watch that, and you're a normal mom, you watch that video, you're gonna be pissed off. Be prepared to be pissed off at Jennifer Soto. Regular moms, normal moms out there can't understand Jennifer Soto's actions or lack of action. She just didn't seem like she cared about her daughter, and it makes me so angry. And it makes me so angry because I am a survivor. You know, even if I wasn't a survivor, I feel like I would care. But because I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, it makes me mad because I can relate to Madeline, of people ignoring the signs, ignoring the red flags, allowing you to be around predators, people who have been proven or have been accused or have been known to do inappropriate things to children, and they're still allowed around other people. Like, it's crazy how society protects abusers, or how some families protect abusers, how some girlfriends protect their sexually abusive boyfriends, you know, and turn a blind eye. Like, it makes me mad. You know, I'd rather you be overprotected than underprotected, because underprotected, you got your kid out here like just open to anything, any type of abuse. I mean, I guess overprotective is too far, but you got to be in the middle. You have to be very protective of your child. And Jennifer gives me the vibe that she also was sexually abused as a child. But it's weird for me it's weird for me to understand that, because in my mind, normal people who are abused as a child are gonna be protective of their children. But I know firsthand that that doesn't always happen. There are some people who were sexually abused as a child, and they don't protect their children. They don't. I don't know if it's the whole Stockholm syndrome or what it is. You know, maybe another kind of mental issue. But, you know, to me, it's only right that a parent who is a survivor, who was abused, would protect their children. I've seen comments from people who were abused, other survivors, and they will say that they don't want to have children because they don't want their child to be abused. That's how much they don't want anything to happen to a child. And I can only respect that. You know, some people just have sex and end up getting pregnant and have babies. Some people didn't plan it out. So then you're here, you know, you're in life with a child. And now that the child is here, whether you were mentally prepared for a child or not, it is your job, it is your duty to protect your child with your, you know, the best way you can. Even if it means being single. If you're a single parent out there, you know, if you're just so sexually frustrated, maybe just have your child go to a babysitter, a trusted babysitter, a trusted family or friend, while you go out and have drinks with someone or whatever you do with another adult. But you don't need to bring every man you're with around your child. If you want to be sexually active and you're a parent, instead of putting your child in harm's way, date away from your children. Don't allow your child to see your partner. Go to a hotel. Go to the other person's home. But don't bring them to your home. Don't let them sleep over and spend the night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to leave your child alone. Like, it's just too scary out here. It's just too scary out here. There's a lot of things I wish I could did. I wish there's a lot of things that I wish I could have done better. I wish I could go back in time and do better decisions as a parent, as a mom. But I feel like I did the best I could to protect my children, and I try to do the best I can. But you do have to live and learn from your mistakes. Sometimes we're so caught up in survival mode that we're not like really living life. And I just want to live. I don't want to be in survival mode all the time. I am a survivor, but I don't want to live like panicky. You know what I'm saying? I want to breathe, and I want to be able to make sound decisions. I don't want to be irrational and just make poor decisions. But I would love for them to like do interviews with any friends of Jennifer Soto to like ask them questions like, what did you think about that living arrangement? What do you think about Jennifer allowing her boyfriend to have so much access to her child? Like, I don't, did Jennifer have friends? I need to know. Did Jennifer Soto have any friends? Because she just acts so oblivious. It's crazy that she compared her situation to the Woody Allen situation. Woody Allen was sick. So if you guys don't know who Woody Allen is, he is a actor and a director, probably other things. He's like 88 years old right now, but many, many years ago, he was with a woman, another actress, and I guess they had children together. They adopted some children from South Korea, and I think they adopted a girl at the age of 10. I forgot her name. But when the child became 18 or over, I guess Woody Allen and the girl became romantically involved. That was Woody Allen's stepdaughter. So Woody Allen had a sexual relationship with his stepdaughter and married her. They're married to this day. They have like a 30-year age gap. Very inappropriate. So Woody Allen can't say with a straight face, oh, we started, becoming romantic after she turned 18. Nah, it looked like he was grooming her. Why would you even want to see your stepdaughter as a sexual being? She is called stepdaughter for a reason. She's supposed to be like a daughter to you. You're not supposed to abuse your own daughter. You know what I'm saying? So he groomed her. Like, I don't understand how he was able to get away with it. It's just scary out here. It's scary out here. Like they said in The Color Purple, a girl child ain't safe in a house full of men. And not all men are bad. What I'm saying is you need to just be vigilant just in case. Can you imagine like somebody marrying their stepfather? Like, okay, there's people attractive all the time, but there's boundaries that you cannot cross. There's millions of people on earth, and for a man to choose a child or someone who is impressionable, you're a sexual predator. Woody Allen knew he could have found any woman he wanted to, but he wanted to find a young child that he could abuse and manipulate and make his wife. And it's almost like he that was his plan all the whole time, to get a what is it? What do they call it? A something bride. Like there's the passport bros, how sometimes they go overseas and find women and they take them back home to live with them and be their cook and cleaner and sex slave or whatever. But Woody Allen did it the legal way by adopting and then grooming her all that time, and then all of a sudden, oh, I have feelings for my stepdaughter now. I didn't have any feelings when she was under 18, but now that she's 18 and over, I have sexual feelings and I'm going to marry her. Woody Allen is sick. I don't understand how Woody Allen still had a career. I feel like Woody Allen should have been shunned from society. Who can be friends with a man that married his stepdaughter that he had in her life since she was 10? It's sick, yo. It's sick. And I can't be mad at the stepdaughter because she was young. She was brainwashed. She was manipulated. Woody Allen was a grown man and he knew better, but he chose to be nasty and inappropriate and just a sexual predator. And they say Hollywood is full of sexual predators. If you guys even heard about the Nickelodeon, what is it called? Quiet on Set. That docu-series or whatever, was eye-opening. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's plenty of child stars who come out and talk about the abuse they had. And for anybody to be in Hollywood and come out normal, even the music industry, like, it's a miracle. You have to really be grounded and have family and friends and people around you that care about you, because these predators are out here to scoop you up if nobody is watching. A predator's dream is to have a child that is unsupervised, uncared for, unloved. They love that. That's why you got to be on your P's and Q's with your children. You got to watch, be vigilant, watch the signs. Not only you got to watch, you got to tell your children to watch out. You got to tell them the signs of a predator. Inappropriate behavior, like inappropriate sexual jokes. They shouldn't be talking about your body. They shouldn't be... Ooh, I dropped my paper, y'all. They shouldn't be tickling you. No tickling. I don't play that. And I tell my children, don't keep any secrets. Secrets, no. Any secret that's going on, your mom needs to know. Because a lot of these sexual abusers like to, like, oh, let's do this. Oh, but don't tell your mom. Don't tell your dad. Don't tell anybody. And of course, sometimes these sexual predators threaten children. Like, if you tell anybody I'm doing this to you, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your parents and all this other stuff. So you got to teach your children that no matter what happens, you have to tell mom and dad, and we'll keep you safe from the abusers. But, you know, as a child, you know, a child is trying to survive. So it's just important for parents to be vigilant and be active in their child's life. Hello, Ayman. Hey, from Russia. Hello. How are you doing today? What time is it in Russia right now? It is 6:27 p.m. where I am. I'm in the Midwest. It is 6:27 p.m. How are you doing today, and what time is it? I'm just curious. It's 1:27 p.m. Oh, wow, that's cool. So you guys are behind us. Okay. Okay, you guys are about 6 hours behind us. What's the weather right now? I'm trying to pick up something off the ground. Hold on. Woo! That was just my chair. What you talking about? I'm talking about I'm talking about Jennifer Soto. She is a so-called mother who allowed her boyfriend to basically sexually abuse her daughter for years, and she claims she didn't know. And Stephen Stearns killed Madeline Soto, and he is in prison he's in jail right now, and his trial is supposed to begin in October of this year, 2024. So I'm talking about Jennifer Soto, who, to me and everyone else, believes she was a neglectful parent, a neglectful mother, and she basically gave her daughters to a predator. You know, she would allow her daughter to sleep in the bed with her boyfriend unsupervised, and Stephen Stearns, the boyfriend, would take pictures of Madeline, even videos of him abusing her, like pictures of his penis in her mouth. Look at the birds, guys. And it looks like a lot of the images, a lot of the times, Stephen was doing that stuff while Madeline was sleeping. She was only 13 years old when he killed her back in February of this year. It looks like they were drugging her, because they would give her some like kind of sleep aid or something, medicine at night, and she was just so heavily under the influence. Jennifer Soto, her mother, even admitted that one time it was so hard to wake her up and she thought it was weird. And I think they even admitted to double dosing her at times. So they basically just drugged up they basically drugged up Madeline Soto. She was an innocent child, and she was sexually abused by her mom's boyfriend, and her mom allowed it. And she claimed that she trusted Stephen and she didn't suspect anything. And it wasn't until they showed her the images of the sexual abuse that she started to believe it. You know, she believed everything this man said, and she claimed that he was a master liar and master manipulator. But she just was not a good mom. So that's what I'm talking about. You know, my channel is called Why Are Humans Like This? And I mainly talk about, you know, survivor stories, people who have survived childhood abuse, domestic violence, human trafficking, child physical abuse, you know, so it's not just sexual, any type of like just child abuse in general. I try to talk about that because I am a survivor, and I'm here for all survivors. So yeah, I appreciate you, Iman, for coming into the chats. Shout out to you. Shout out to anyone listening right now. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys checking out my channel. I have a playlist called Survivor Stories, and you can see all the videos I have made to date. I have a few videos in the works, a few videos that I want to work on, and you guys already know that I keep talking about it. But September is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month, so I'm always going to tell you, if you're having any suicidal thoughts, please call or text 988. Please call or text 988 if you're feeling suicidal. I want you guys to survive and be here. Life can be hard, but life is also beautiful if you can look on the bright side and you have the right kind of support. Try to live in the now and look forward to the future. We can't do anything about the past. The past has already happened. We can learn from the past, but we unfortunately cannot go back and change anything. So it's a beautiful evening, 6:31 p.m. I think I might wrap it up. I don't really see anybody in the chat, but it's not really about people in the chat, because I appreciate you guys just even listening. Not everyone wants to comment. Some people might just be, doing a chore, or just wanting somebody to listen to, wanting something to listen to. So I appreciate you guys stepping in. I appreciate you listening, viewing, and if you're in the playback, I appreciate you as well. I appreciate all my subscribers and all of us who are survivors. It's not easy, but you just got to keep going. That's all you can do. Sometimes we don't know how we're going to do it, but we know we just got to do it and just keep on moving. Life has no reset button, and life doesn't go backwards, so we just got to keep going forward. That's all we can do. And give yourself credit. Give yourself grace. You've been through a lot. We're all trying to survive something. No one's story is better or greater than the other. We all have a story to tell, and you are appreciated, okay? Anyway, don't be like Jennifer Soto. Be a good, vigilant mother. Do your best. If you see your child is having mental health issues, take her to a professional counselor. Ask your child questions. Be involved in your child as much as you can. Just be present. More than anything, be present. We may not be cool to our children. We may be uncool and old. But don't be absent. Be there. Just be there. I didn't read a book about parenting. My book was my childhood. I learned some bad habits, and I had to learn to break from those bad habits. So a lot of us, like I said, don't read books about parenting. We learn parenting from our parents or the people who are around us. And so we had to learn from them, good or bad. And shout out to anybody who had awesome parents who were attentive, who were not neglectful, parents who loved them and showed them that they loved them and told them they loved them. Shout out to you. Not everybody can say that. Some people were raised with abusive and neglectful parents, and we're just trying to pick up the pieces. You guys hear that airplane? Look at this tree, y'all. I love this tree. It's so beautiful. Look at this beautiful tree. But yeah, I'm going to end the live. It's only one person watching, and I appreciate you, whoever you are. So again, please let me show y'all the tree again. I love this tree. It's such a beautiful tree. Such a big tree too. I love trees. I love it. They give you shade. They give you oxygen. They give you life, man. Again, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in another live. I hope to see you in another video. Again, I'll be working on a video or two. Survivor stories. I'm here for all my survivors. We are survivors. We're not going to give up. We're not going to stop. We're just going to keep on moving. Don't let our abusers win. We got to be strong for us. We're here for a reason. We have a purpose. We have a purpose. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.